Information about the Five Eyes UFO Alliance, Ron James releases another UFO photo, and a lot more to go over today. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, to start with, I asked for somebody to send me a video showing that the Las Vegas monolith was in fact chrome and rebar. That was the story that we'd heard going around, and I didn't have any reason to disbelieve it, but the authorities haven't given me a lot of reason to trust them either. so I asked for proof, and a viewer was kind enough to clue me in on this image from 8newsnow.com. And it clearly shows when they dismantled the Las Vegas monolith that indeed it's got rebar and concrete. Definitely looks man-made to me. I don't think the aliens are using concrete and rebar, but I could be wrong. But I think that we can cross out the Las Vegas monolith as a genuinely anomalous case. Always happy to debunk stuff. I think it's just as important to debunk stuff as debunk stuff. Is that a word? I'm making it a word, guys. I'm making it a word. All right, moving on. Pentagon confirms ongoing collaboration with Five Eyes allies on UAP investigations. By Chris Sharp, the U.S. Department of Defense has confirmed to Liberation Times that the U.S. and its allies within Five Eyes continues to discuss areas of mutual interest and concern related to UAP. This follows the inaugural UAP meeting held in May 2023 by the U.S. government's AARO. Representatives from each of its Five Eyes allies, Canada, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia, were in attendance. The Five Eyes is an intelligence alliance comprising these 5 countries focused on cooperation in signals intelligence. This collaboration enhances the member countries' ability to share information and conduct joint operations. Spokesperson Susan Goff told, I can never say her name right. Is it Susan Goff? She told Liberation Times, AARO held its first Five Eyes working group in May 2023 and continues to discuss areas of mutual interest and concern related to UAP. AARO is committed to working with allies and partners in an open sharing environment to identify and resolve UAP sightings. Debunk. Better word, right? Identify and debunk UAP sightings. It's all seagulls, guys. There's a whole bunch of seagulls. Recently, researcher Grant Levac published official documentation detailing the inaugural May 2023 meeting through FOIA. During the session, AARO presented its updates, followed by briefings from the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, NASA, the National Air Intelligence Integration Office, and the National Maritime Intelligence Integration Office. Liberation Times contacted the UK's Ministry of Defence to inquire whether its dismissive stance on UAP remains unchanged, despite official documentation obtained by Levac confirming that the UK was scheduled to provide its own UAP update. In response, the UK MOD raised the prospect of UAP representing ET intelligence, stating that such phenomena do not indicate any military threat and the MOD prioritizes resources for other defense activities. In over 50 years, no sightings of ET intelligence, unidentified flying objects, and UAP reported to us indicated the existence of any military threat to the UK. It remains more valuable to prioritize MOD resource toward other defense-related activities. Of course, this highlights the threat narrative that you might hear coming from Lou Elizondo and Chris Mellon and other people like that, who continually bring up the potential of a threat from our ET visitors. And of course, this is very strategic because it's the only way to get funding. And this shows why. If it's not a threat, you're not going to get any funding for it. So be more threatening aliens? No, don't. Forget I said that. I guess we'll just have to do citizen investigations. I don't know. Of interest, the MOD modified its usual response to Liberation Times, which previously indicated that it had no opinion of ET life. Chris Sharp notes, its adapted response simply states that no sightings of ET intelligence indicated any military threat, but it does not deny the existence of such intelligence reported to or encountered by the Ministry of Defense. While this is not an explicit admission, it is noteworthy as it suggests the Ministry of Defense may have encountered non-human intelligence. Good point, Chris. And do you remember that bonus jellyfish UFO that we heard about? You know, there's obviously the video, but then Jeremy Corbell obtained a photo of a UAP intercepted by the UK's Royal Air Force over Syria in 2021, and the Five Eyes Alliance classified this as a genuine unknown, not a drone. So that's interesting. Anyway, the article goes on, but there you go. The Five Eyes meeting with Arrow. I assume this was with the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick in attendance, since this was in 2023. So I doubt it made any actual forward progress. I doubt the Five Eyes are engaged in anything that we will ever see. Until we get full UFO disclosure. For certain, the Five Eyes have been coordinating on, crash retrievals and things like that. They've probably been doing that for a long time. There's probably other countries involved as well. That's what we know. That's where the research goes. Are they ever going to admit that? Well, time will tell. Meanwhile, could this explain why UFO videos are blurry? Check this out, guys, from Science Girl. The rolling shutter effect occurs because the camera sensor scans the scene line by line instead of all at once. When the tuning fork vibrates rapidly, its movement can outpace the camera's scanning speed, distorting the image. And here we go. Look at that. It's kind of cool, right? So yeah, the camera can't interpret it, so it makes it all blurry and fuzzy and wavy. So is that what we're looking at with UFO videos that, look like that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, Mike Disclosure is giving us an update here on behind the scenes in Washington when the Schumer-Rounds amendment was killed. I thought this was really interesting. He says in October 2023, Tim Burchett was in talks with Speaker of the House Mike Johnson to form a House Select Committee on UAP, which is what I really hope they end up doing, with the full subpoena powers. Speaker Johnson has publicly claimed to support a UAP investigation, but credible sources from within Congress have revealed to me that shortly after that talk, Mike Turner came to an understanding with Speaker Johnson that the Department of Defense would not look favorably on the formation of a new UAP committee and suggested that field hearings would be a better option for Representative Burchett's UAP investigation. Now that's interesting that he recommends field hearings as opposed to hearings in Congress. Obviously, it's going to hold a lot more weight if it's a congressional hearing in Congress. When David Grush went to Congress, that was a big deal. A field hearing probably isn't going to have the same impact, which may be why he recommended it, right? Probably. But at the same time, a hearing of any sort is how we're going to get whistleblowers to come forward publicly. So any hearing that we get is going to be, pushing the ball forward. So, I mean, it's an interesting stance that he's taking here. No select committee, but bringing whistleblowers forward, presumably, are okay. That's odd. I'm trying to make sense of that. But either way, the Defense Department did not want a UAP subcommittee or a select committee, according to this information. That is not surprising. Obviously, the cover-up is very powerful, and it's been around for a long time, and they're not going to allow anything like that if they can help it. So, to continue. So, as of this writing of this story, on 6/26/2024, the options left for the UAP investigation from within Congress to continue are extremely limited. And with the current controversial presidential election that is going on now, there doesn't seem to be much movement from Washington, D.C. on the UAP investigation at this time. Stay tuned. Yeah, we will definitely stay tuned, Mike. We will definitely stay tuned. Meanwhile, check this out. This is weird, guys. Yeah. Human skin cells grown for robot faces. Researchers have developed a robot face covered in living human skin cells. The skin growing on a 3D printed resin base includes a perforation type anchors for strength and flexibility. It can form realistic wrinkles and is held in place by tiny V-shaped cavities filled with living tissue. However, the skin lacks blood vessels and neural mechanisms, so it can't yet survive long in the air and needs constant moisture. In tests, the robot's skin started decaying and drying out quickly without nutrients. So yeah, there you go. Check this crazy, freaky thing out, guys. Yeah, nightmare fuel. I am sorry, but this is creepy. This is weird. They're growing. Yeah, is it smiling? Oh my God, it's smiling. We're gonna have robots with human faces made with real tissue. This is nuts, guys. This is nuts. So yeah, let me know what you think about this crazy new development in technology in the comments below. Meanwhile, check this out. This is really cool. From John Stewart. He says, my conversation yesterday with the infamous whistleblowing Victor had him actually calling me and asking me somewhat sternly, I thought we had an 11 a.m. phone meeting. Thanks for not breaking stride, from the 97 pedantic Victor. And he gives an example from the Art Bell interview. But yeah, so John Stewart is continuing to talk to Victor, or the man who might be Victor. I haven't heard from John that he has confirmed that he is indeed Victor. But, you know, Victor, of course, is the mysterious man that released the video of the alien interview. And if we could get him on record, coming forward publicly, that would be huge. That would be huge, guys. So I hope that happens. I hope John is able to make that happen. That would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Oh, also, John contacted me through YouTube. Actually, just left a comment, and he told me that the reason that Nick Pope and Stephen Greenstreet were doing a show together is because they had the same agent. And it turns out to be John's agent, too. Oh, my God. That figures, right? I mean, that is the sort of explanation that you get behind the scenes with movie or TV productions, right? They've got the same agent, so that's why Nick might be doing the second season of The Basement Office with Stephen Greenstreet. So, okay, here we go. Check this out. More awesome videos from John Bell. All right, this is cool, guys. All right, so we got. First of all, we have Tinkerbell showing up. Tinkerbell is John's constant companion, this little orb, or big orb, that shows up all the time in his viewings. But he also gets so much UFO activity. So he's tracking this object right here in the sky, and some cool stuff happens. Boom! There we go, guys. We got a little object just showing up right there. What was that? Well, look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. John gets so many great captures. You know, he had an orb actually slam into his car, his truck, his multi-ton truck, and rattle it at one point. Wild stuff. He gets direction changes. Sometimes they even make noises. The orbs that come low will even make noises. It's crazy. He gets so much activity. He's starting to get some attention, and his contacts are starting to get attention. So I can't wait to see where the research on John's contact goes. But yeah, everybody check out his channel, Real Florida UFO, on YouTube. I'll link to it below. Meanwhile, not UFO related, but check this out. This is an AI reconstruction of ancient Rome. They seem to get some stuff wrong. You know, look at all how degraded everything is. Now, you know, Rome was, you know, very old, and maybe there was some degraded stuff. But they seem to have maintained their stuff very well. I mean, the roads that exist today are still in very good condition, for example. But look at this. This is actually kind of amazing. I mean, AI, I mean, you can still see like figures vanishing right there. But yeah, I mean, look, I mean, that's just glorious. That's an amazing depiction of ancient Rome as it may have existed, you know, at least in the mind of this AI. Really cool stuff that AI is capable of doing. I'm terrified of the era of AI, but I love ancient Rome. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know which way the pendulum swings on that one. But let me know what you think about that awesome depiction of ancient Rome. But meanwhile, Ron James, media coordinator of MUFON, obviously, who shared that image of a UFO the other day that appears to have been debunked with the model soldiers. And I say appears because I don't know if the jury is fully out on that yet. But here he is with a new image of a UFO. Now, he's not claiming this is authentic. Let's actually listen to what he has to tell John Greenwald.
All right. So look, here's another image that came in the same tranche.
Okay, bear with me here. I want to get it up for you here. Bear with me. There you go. Okay.
So Michael Schratt looked at this image with me. He says that these little platforms this thing is on is consistent with the kind of platforms that the military would have used at that time to support such a structure. That's what he says. So anyway, there it is. This can be round two. Let's get you guys working on it. I am not purporting that this is anything. So, don't shoot the messenger. But this is another one of the images in a tranche of, I'll show you again. This is the collection of images so far that are part of this case. And so, and I know I'm not going to share them all right now, but there's more to it. So that's another image. Let's get people to work on it. If you find some little army men that look like those guys or anything else that could debunk that image, then it's all right with me. I just want.
Okay, so there you go. It's all right with him. He just wants the truth. MUFON just wants the truth. He's happy to debunk stuff, and he's glad that people have figured it out, and he's asking for help on this one. So go to it, guys. See if you can debunk this one. Maybe this is another bogus image. He says it was found in the same tranche as the other image. So, obviously my eyebrow kind of raises on that. I don't know, yeah, I'm interested in that tranche and who supplied that information to MUFON. If they are being fed deliberate disinformation by somebody, that would be significant. And if we could trace that, that would be really interesting, right? And conceivably important. So, let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. Last but not least, check this out. This is awesome. This guy adopted 45 dogs that were going to be put to sleep and made the house into a giant dog sanctuary. Look at that. Got a bunch of happy dogs. My God, can you imagine feeding time at that house? Oh, the person that has to clean the yard, man, woo. That's a lot of dogs, guys, but I love it. I love it, guys. So let me know what you think about this amazing dog story and everything else covered in the news today. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. I can kind of use my left arm now. Yeah, big thumbs up, like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt like this in the comments below or in the merch store below. You might be able to find it in the comments below. I don't know. Who knows, guys? There's plenty of other videos on the channel. Oh, and of course, don't forget to become a channel member if you wanted to support Cosmic Road. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.